Nityananda Pramcha Karunarena Bhushito Vyaktachano Urachincho Bhavande Vyasadupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindascha Ganaisa Jayanti Patukascha Sarvesham Gurunartina
Jai Vishakha Devi ki Jai.
Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai. Okay.
You're not feeling so well?
I'll be okay. If we hear from Chaitanya-charitamrta, then I think we'll all be very good.
Because he says good.
So I think last night Tridandi Maharshi started this chapter, right? But I think I'm going to read it again. Okay, so we're starting the last chapter of Chaitanya-charitamrta, Siksastakam. Param Guru Maharshi gives that extraordinarily beautiful analogy of a golden volcano venting the lava of divine love. Mahaprabhu's beautiful golden form is compared to a grand volcano that is emitting lava. And so Mahaprabhu, in the madness of divine love, he is venting the Siksastakam, these prayers of the Siksastakam. And so these prayers, they have actually come from the heart of Srimati Radharani, Mahaprabhu in her mood. And we find everything within those prayers. Everything that we need to know for our practicing life. Actually, Gurudev said within the first verse of Siksastakam we find everything there. Everything that we need. Okay, so we can hear those. Premodbhavita harshe harshashyodvega danyarti mishritam lapitam gora chandrasya bhagyavadbir nishevyate. Only the most fortunate will relish the mad words of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which are mixed with jubilation, envy, agitation, submissiveness, and grief, all produced by ecstatic, loving emotions. Jaya Jaya Gaur Chandra Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hey Mata Mahaprabhu Vaise Nila Chole Rajani Divase Krishna Virahe Vivale. While Mahaprabhu thus resided at Jagannath Puri, he was continuously overwhelmed night and day by separation from Krishna. Sadhu Brahmanande Duijana Sane Rachi Dine Rasa Gita Shloka Swadane. Day and night he tasted transcendental blissful songs and verses with two associates, namely Srup Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Rai. Nana Bhavute Prabhur Harsha Shokarosh Donyodvega Arti Utkanta Santosh. He relished the symptoms of various transcendental emotions, such as jubilation, lamentation, anger, humility, anxiety, grief, eagerness, and satisfaction. Se se bhave nija shlok podiya, shlokararta swadoye dui banduloya. He would recite his own verses, expressing their meanings and emotions, and thus enjoy tasting them with these two friends.
Kondine konbave shlok patan, se shlok ashadite rachi jagaram.
Sometimes the Lord would be absorbed in a particular emotion and would stay awake all night, reciting related verses and relishing their taste.
Harsha Prabhu koin shuno swarup ramarai, nam sankirtan kalo parama upai.
In great jubilation, Mahaprabhu said, "My dear Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai, know from me that chanting the holy names is the most, parama upai means the supreme means of deliverance in this age of Kali."
Sankirtan yagye kalo Krishna radan, seto sumeda pai Krishna charam.
In this age of Kali, the process of worshipping Krishna is to perform sacrifice by chanting the holy name of the Lord. One who does so is certainly very intelligent, and he attains shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna Varnam Trisha Krishnam Sangopangashta Parshadam Yajnai Sankirtana Prayer Yajantihi Sumedasa. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform... Didi, would you mind closing that door? Sorry. In the age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions.
Nam sankirtan hoite sarvanarta nash, sarva shubhodoi Krishna preme ulas.
Simply by chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna, one can be freed from all undesirable habits. This is the means of awakening all good fortune and initiating the flow of waves of love for Krishna.
Nam sankirtan hoite sarvanarta nash, sarva shubhodoi Krishna preme ulas.
All anarthas will be destroyed, all auspiciousness will arise, and Krishna Prem will begin to flow in the heart. Okay, now we come to the first verse of Siksastakam. Cheto darpana marjanam bhavamaha davagni nirvapanam shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidyavadu jivanam anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam purnamrita svadanam sarvatma snapanam padam vijayate Shri Krishna sankirtanam. Let there be all victory for the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. This last phrase is very, very powerful. Param vijayate Shri Krishna sankirtanam. Let it be supremely victorious. Let this Shri Krishna sankirtan be supremely victorious in this world. May it conquer all other waves in this world. Let it conquer us. May it conquer our heart, and may it conquer the world. Let all of our low tendencies be subdued and pacified and conquered, washed away in this wave of Krishna Sankirtan. So let there be all victory for the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna, which can cleanse the mirror of the heart. So our consciousness is compared to a brightly shining mirror that is covered in the dust of material desire, which can cleanse the mirror of the heart and stop the miseries of the blazing fire of material existence. That chanting is the waxing moon that spreads the white lotus of good fortune for all living entities. And this analogy is very nice. The heart is compared to a Kairava lotus which blooms in the moonlight, and the holy name is compared to the cooling rays of the moon which are causing that lotus to blossom. And so under the influence of the holy name, our prospect as a servitor in the plane of dedication, that will begin to awaken, that will become a reality within our life. We will tangibly attain service in that positive, divine plane of dedication. We will awaken to the joyful life of a servitor in connection with Krishna and his own. So the negative side, first you have to clean up the house, and then you can bring in all your nice furnishings and your decorations. First you clear the dirt, and then you can make something new there. So once the negative tendencies have been cleared, then the positive side begins to blossom and awaken. Otherwise, you'll mix the two things up. That is the problem. We will mistake one for the other. Of course, in our current stage, both sides are going on at the moment simultaneously. We are in that interim period. So we have to keep some clarity within us, some caution within us, not to mistake emotion for devotion. Because we are in that mixed up stage where we have a genuine connection. And no doubt everyone has some genuine feeling within them, otherwise they wouldn't be continuing. But at the same time, we have to keep remembrance that because we find many other tendencies within us, then we have to be very cautious to be, before we can ascertain, oh yes, this is something very great inside of me. It may not be. We have to be very, very, very cautious, very careful. And besides, those who really do have the real thing, whose hearts are abodes of perfect purity, because they are in connection with such a high plane, they automatically feel themselves to be bereft of that. So actually one will never feel that they have achieved the final results. It is rather an endless search. But the search, the intensity and purity of the search, that will increase. That will develop to greater and greater levels. And one's inner feeling of necessity for the truth, that will develop. It is the life and soul of all education. The chanting of the holy name of Krishna expands the blissful ocean of transcendental life. It gives a cooling effect to everyone and enables one to taste full nectar at every step. Pratipadam purnamrita sadhanam. At every step, something fresh, not stale, as Param Guru Maharaj has expressed, not the stale joy that we find here, but fresh joy, dynamic joy, ever new, ever fresh. That is the this is first verse. It is like a grand invitation, grand call, giving like a divine advertisement, you can say. This is what you can get. If you can purely, properly chant the holy name of Krishna, this is what you will get. This is like a clarion call, announcement, a grand call Just see, what can be had by taking the name of Krishna. Just by this simple thing, just by calling the Lord's holy names. Such a simple thing, but if it is done properly, just look and see what you can get. The greatest and highest thing, that innermost hankering of our heart, that will be fully, overly satisfied by the wave of the holy name. Everything can be had just by that. Sarvatma snapanam. Every aspect of our existence will be fully satisfied and purified by the chanting of the holy name of Krishna.
Sankirtan hoite pap samsar nashan chitta shuri sarva bhakti sadanudgam.
By performing congregational chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, one can destroy the sinful condition of material existence, purify the unclean heart, and awaken all varieties of devotional service. Krishna premodgam premamrita swadan, Krishna prapti sevamrita samudre majam. The result of chanting is that one awakens his love for Krishna and tastes transcendental bliss. Ultimately, so this is the real result, we can say. I'm not sure what the Bengali doesn't say that. But this is, the first thing that's mentioned, cleaning up our dirt. Like, that's very negligible. But this is the real point. One can awaken love for Krishna. To glorify the name, saying that it can purify us, that it can give us liberation, this is a very ordinary glorification. For those who are living in the highest plane, that is like annoying, actually. That is how Gurudev expressed it once. Nama, that the last verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanas Tam Namami Harim Padam, saying, let us all glorify Harinam, which can remove all sin. Nama Sankirtanam Sarva Papa, can destroy all pap, all sin, and all dukh, I think, all suffering. Gurudev, he said, this is the very last verse of Bhagavatam. This verse is always pinching me. Why should you glorify the name like this? This is not proper glorification of the name. This is not the real result. You can attain mukti just by namabhas, right? This is Haridas Thakur's declaration. Namabhas hoite hoy. What is it? Namabhas hoite hoy. No, but this is clearly stated in Chaitanya-charitamrta. Just by namabhas, one can achieve liberation. So you're talking about the pure name. Why even mention that? But of course, Gurudev said why Vedavyas did that, because he's speaking to the general people, and the general people, they will be excited by that. Oh, I've lived my sinful life, I'm doing whatever I want in a selfish way. Oh, by chanting the holy name, I can be saved from any sinful reactions I have to suffer. Then they're very happy about that.
But wasn't it spoken in a forest in front of sages and rishis?
Sorry, what's that? Oh, Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah,
but
if they're general,
Well, they are actually general. I mean, compared to what Mahaprabhu's given, compared to what our gurus, the Rupanuga, Guru Varga, they are general, actually. I mean, like, first of all, how many of them understand have faith in the existence of a positive and dynamic plane, positive, dynamic, eternal, divine plane of existence. The Vedas are actually quite vague. You know, they're like mainly pointing towards Brahmavad. You know, it's quite vague. And many of these yogis and jnanis who are present there, you know, maybe they have more faith in a Brahman conception or Paramatma conception. When Shukadev Goswami tells comes to the Rasa-lila section, they're all like kind of freaking out, you know, like first of all, for you to tell us that the supreme entity, you know, okay, maybe they can accept Lord Vishnu as supreme, like, okay, you know, maybe we can accept that. But now you're trying to tell us that this human-like form of Krishna, and not only that, not only is he human-like, but he's behaving immorally, you know, like, this is like too much for them, you know. That's why we say the hidden treasure, because it is the hidden treasure, you know. Very, very few can really appreciate this, what Mahaprabhu came to give. So yes, even for all of these great, you know, persons who are assembled there, it would be difficult to what to speak of the general people. But you know, like like some of these great scholars, they'll put some more importance on like meditation and yoga, austerity. They will put some that has like very dignified position, because you go to so much effort. It's like you know, some pratishta there. Oh, I can do such and such with such a length of time. You know, this is so great. You know, but this is actually like a slap in the face to these people. Just by taking Harinam, just by Namabhas, you can get that same result. What you've tried to do for hundreds of years, you can get just by Namabhas of chanting the name. So when Haridas Thakur in that assembly, he says that Brahmin there, he gets very angry, and he challenges Haridas Thakur, because Haridas Thakur says you can get liberation, mukti, just by namabhas. Like, that's just like a side effect. It's like, and you know, the devotees aren't even interested in that. Then this Brahmin there, like ordinary, common-minded Brahmin, he's very insulted by that, you know. And he says, you know, you can perform austerities for hundreds of years and not get mukti, and you're saying by namabhas. He's very offended by that. And then he insults Haridas Thakur. You know, I'm going to cut off your nose if what you say is, if you can't prove that it's true, you know. So really, it's very difficult. So from that perspective, what Vedavyasa is saying is significant. The way he's concluding, you know, that you can get mukti, you can get liberation from the negative side, just by taking the holy name. So like, compared to where most people are coming from, that's like a significant statement. But then for someone who's like deeply situated on the other side, it's like totally negligible, you know, like our Guru Varga.
But if these sages, these knowledgeable people, studied so much Gyan, if they understand that this material world is created because we want to be without the Lord. We want, that is now, and it was then also, right? They can understand that the world is created because we wanted to have our own way of...
I don't know that they have that understanding. I don't know where that is exactly stated in the scriptures. I can't be sure.
But you would think that is like
No,
So,
I wouldn't think that.
no?
No. For many persons, they have a very hazy idea of the spiritual plane. That it's just kind of like an unknown thing, and they're more comfortable with the idea of like a non-differentiated plane.
Sure.
So the idea of there being a personal supreme entity, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what their conception is.
That's why Vyasa, Narada Muni came to Vyasa saying, this is, you have to...
Yeah, you haven't clarified things, yeah.
And this assembly in the forest when Sukadeva came, they are of high understanding, they are studying spiritual topics, right? So you would think they could get into that. They could understand it more easily.
I wouldn't say that. I think is we've grown up immersed in this, so we kind of like take it for granted, and by the grace of our Gurudev, we have some faith in it. But if we think of like the background of like the Vedic culture, I mean, like if I haven't like been to the Vedas or the Upanishads, but I have some idea, and it's like very vague, There's not so much. There's no like clarification given there. So for them, coming from that background, it's like a shock, to be presented with the Krishna conception. It's so different, Even Bhakti is like, it's not so prominent in the Vedas. It's not given such a prominent position. Some people see it as like a newfangled thing, that came up in the last few centuries, because it's hardly mentioned actually. It's in the Puranas there's some mention, but the Puranas aren't given by the general scholars. The Puranas aren't given so much importance.
But what Narada Muni said to Vedavyas, like to say, well, you are explaining in the plane of samsara. Now you have to explain what it's really about, what we are all really are.
Yes.
Then he was explaining that Krishna is the Supreme Person.
Yes.
So that I'm just a little bit pondering on how that would have effect on them, on the Gyanis and the Mayavadis.
I don't know. I mean, for one thing, everything's subject to interpretation, right? So they can hear and interpret in different ways. And after they heard that discourse, then what happened?
Parikshit Maharaj, he got it.
Yeah, Parikshit Maharaj, he got it. He's with the Pandavas. He's in that camp. Special connection with Krishna.
Yeah.
When Vishakha came, that scene when he's coming to this big gathering, and the kids, some kids are running behind him, throwing stuff, spitting at him, and he is not bothered by that, he's just going, and then everyone recognizes some divine signs in his appearance, and everyone stands up.
Yes.
And invites him to sit. So even before he started speaking about this divine things, they had some recognition of him as a person who is situated. It said that he has a full realization of that, not because he reached that realization, but he appeared with it already. Something like that.
Well, they see him as being fully situated in Brahman. You know, he's like, you know, he's a Brahmagyani. He's fully detached from this world. He has this world, there's no reference point for him in this world. He's fully situated in the spiritual plane. That's why they can hear it from him. Because that's where they are. You know, that's what they can respect.
I think this is a very significant point, because by hearing Bhagavatam from the person who has nothing to do with any material entanglement, then they would mostly easier accept.
Exactly, exactly. Yes.
Because if Vyasadeva would be speaking this, those sages, they might not even like take him seriously, because he's a family man.
Exactly.
If Shuka speaks it, he's not mixing it up with anything material, because he doesn't have any material experiences.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly why Srila Vyasadeva chose him. He knew that they wouldn't hear it from him. If he's going to describe the Aprakrita Lila of Krishna, maybe this, oh, you're making some excuse. But coming from him, they know he's fully on the spiritual platform. So anything that he's attracted to, it must be spiritual. So even though it appears to be mundane, it must actually be spiritual.
And more than that, he gave him the shlokas, yesterday. And then he was in the midst of those, the gathering, writing down what Shukadeva was saying.
Sorry, say that again?
Srila Vyasadeva, he gave Shukadeva Goswami some shlokas, but it wasn't the whole Bhagavatam.
Wait, are you talking about when he ran away and he gave those verses to the woodcutters?
Yes.
Yeah.
And after Srila Vyasadeva, he didn't write it himself, but he recorded what Shukadeva Goswami told. So he planted the seed, and then he waited until it will give the fruit, and then he came and he put down everything. And then later, Sutta was also in the midst of and he heard it, and he was able to recall it.
That was when Vyasadeva wrote it down, right?
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah.
After all those 4 sittings, after 4 sittings of Bhagavatam. Parinishthito pinargunya uttama shloka lilaya griheta cheta vajarshe tad akshanam aditavan. This is in Shukadeva Goswami's introduction, introducing himself, saying, I was fully situated in the Nirgun platform, but I was attracted hearing of the Leela of this Uttama Shloka, Krishna. That pulled me out, you know, from that trance of, you know, Brahman. That attracted me. The Leela, on the positive side. Grihita Cheta Vajarshe, that attracted me.
In some way you would say it's very logical. Right? To understand why we are here, what we are.
Sure, yeah.
That we are so, that is a covering, and that is a selfish covering, and the Lord is so great. And it's very logical, the whole sequence.
Yeah, I 100% agree. But it depends what you're ready for, right?
Yeah, how much sacrifice you want to give for that, right? How much you want to give up.
No, I mean, like, in order to accept that truth, I mean, you have to be ready for that truth.
Yeah.
You know, you're here because you're a selfish soul, you know.
Yeah.
Like, who can hear that? And then once hearing it, to act upon it.
But that is in all universes, in all times, the same. From material to spiritual. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. that doesn't matter. I mean, it matters.
Yes.
But it is, in principle, it's the same.
Yes. Yes. But like this kind of discussion, it puts things in perspective for us, how fortunate we are actually. The highest understanding has been given to us. No? The hidden treasure of the sweet absolute. Well, maybe it's a good place to stop. The result of chanting is that one awakens his love for Krishna and tastes transcendental bliss. Ultimately, one attains the association of Krishna and engages in his devotional service, as if immersing himself in a great ocean of love. You will be one drop in an infinite ocean.
I said yesterday something, he said, an overflowing infinite. Well, how can it be infinite and overflowing?
Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam, ever increasing ocean of ananda, joy. Jai Shri Chaitanya-charitamrta ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Hari Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra. Hara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Rupa Sanatan Vata Raghunatha. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha. Jai Gosai Kori Charana Vandana. Jaha Hoite Bilana Shavishta Purana. Jai Gosai Jar Mui Taradasa. Bada Pada Deni Mora Panchagrasa. Sajera Charana Sebi Bhakta Sanibasa. Janame Janame More Abhilasa. Jai Gosai Jabe Braje Koi no Basa. Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakasha. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavana.
Pramadasa. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Jai Shri Guru Rangaradha Giridhari Ji ki Jai, Jai Shri Gurudev ki Jai, Shri Rup Nuga Guru Varga ki Jai, Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai, Jai Gaur Premanande.